what we have is a mobile-first framework that's designed to live around traditional infrastructure. So you notice the 4082, obviously it's an app, so it lives on port rather than traditional domain. We carry two types of content. One, traditional app content, third-party APIs. The second kind of content comes from a thing called an org mode document. Anyone who's familiar with Emacs is going to, probably will have heard of this. Sort of like an outliner on steroids. Why am I having such a tough time clicking here? It is. There we go. Okay, so there's a guy named Jesse Newland who does some work for GitHub, who talks about a little product they have called Qbot. That's my friend Ryan Boone over here. That's Mr. Boone, Boone Olson Research and Development. Yeah, he's trying to get me to stay close to the microphone. Can everyone hear me?
Better on the mic.
Thank you.
Yeah, better on the microphone.
Okay, good. Okay, so Jesse talks about putting tools in the middle of your work. This cuts down on cross-training. This cuts down lots of problems. In order to show somebody how to do something, you just do it. And they see the result as well as how you did it. That's what's going on the back end. The difference between ours and theirs is ours uses IRC instead of Campfire. Front end, we have traditional app content and we have organizational content. This organizational content in the middle here is automatically generated from an org mode document. It's exported into HTML and a PDF for us. It's pretty handy. It's a live document. Basically, you save your content, it's instantly published for you in a couple of really handy formats. We also go ahead and build it into the Gluon app because it's real handy to have that sort of content available. It's like your Oh, there we go. That's great. Learn something new every day. Real quick casual question. How many Linux users are there in the room? 1, 2, wow, 3 Linux users? 4 or 5? Okay, good.
Chrome OS is like a spade.
Close enough. We'll let you into the club. Good times. How do you like that, by the way?
A lot. We have 3 Chrome OS devices.
Yeah, anyone here an Emacs user? Out of curiosity? No?
Very little, but I have.
Okay. Well, outside of the scope of any of this, but it's actually in the section titled "What This Talk Is Not About," but it has a lot to do with it. Check out Emacs. Check out org mode. It'll help you out. It'll save your life. It really will. It runs your life, basically. But as far as what this talk is about, there we go. It's about the Gluon app framework. It's about instant publishing with a little program called Brief, or both of those, and interactive administration with a shell that is essentially an IRC client that can talk to the bot in meaningful ways. You never have to go back in and restart a server. You do it from IRC, and you just tell the bot to do it for you. You get, whenever there's a problem with a server, your phone beeps, and you can respond to the problem in real time. It's real handy stuff. There's a lot going on with this, and I'm sure I'm going to end up sitting down with a bunch of folks and filling them in a bit more, but this should give you a good overview. Anything that you do where you have to publish instant, or where instant publishing is a good idea, this is a good solution for you. Anything that you need location data attached to an application, this is a good solution for you. We also integrate transactions from the front side using third-party APIs. And from the back end, from the administrative shell, right now both are done through Coinbase, although there's no reason why they can't be done using other protocols. Past that, I'd like to hear if anybody... Well, okay, I have a couple questions. Thing number one, who's actually accepting Bitcoins on the internet for goods and services? Like real world goods and services? You don't count. So we got 2 people in the room, 3 people in the room.
Does it count if you just started?
You qualify. Okay, so we got 4 people in the Bitcoin room that are actually taking Bitcoins for things. Okay, so who in this room has something that they want to sell goods and services wise for Bitcoins? More people, good. Okay, well, it takes you 2 lines to do that with us. Okay? You create the account, you generate the snippet, you drop your snippet in, you save it, and it's running. Good? Good, good. Okay. Anybody have to organize things for work? You got projects that you're working on, papers for school, you got, podcast, yeah? Anyone? Anyone at all? Anyone else? Good? Okay, so nobody organizes anything? There you go, good, good. Okay. This handles this straight out of the box.
Like a ledger, would it handle that?
It would handle a ledger, Ryan, but nobody here sells and buys things with Bitcoins except for 4 people. So, when you guys start doing that and you start making a bunch of money and you need to keep track of it, Org Mode handles tables and spreadsheets and math beautifully. Emacs Calc, if you've ever used it. It's the same basic implementation for the functions for your spreadsheets and your tables, and they just pop up. Beautiful. Interactive administration is really where I feel like the one app wins. The reason why is because it automates the tasks that you need to run whatever it is that your application runs. So, anybody have any questions about this?
Sure you want?
Yes.
I
Love
actually have
one.
no idea what I'm looking at right
Okay, you're looking at a framework. You ever use WordPress?
now. Yeah.
Okay, well WordPress is this big and it takes you 3 months to make anything happen.
I know I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, this takes about 5 minutes to configure one config file, and then you start the configuration and the app is spinning. There's no work to be done. The content goes in and it just runs. Yes?
By running it off a server?
Yes. It's VPS based, designed to be a mobile first interface. It's designed to be shared by a QR code. And the reason why is domains are nice when you're putting them on business cards to say, come to, mystore.com. This is designed to be shared person to person. So when let's say I'm selling a car, right? And I put the QR code up on the car. Well, somebody comes by and scans the QR code. First off, on the back end, I know that they've scanned the QR code. I know a little bit about them. But from the front end, they now have access to these things. And it doesn't take me 3 months to put the infrastructure for that to happen. It's like it's the analogy of writing the product catalog for your 40,000 products, or just printing out a bunch of labels for the products that you have sitting in your store and creating the content digitally, if that makes sense.
With an application, or what am I
With an
saying?
application.
Which
Like I was saying before, you notice the :82 at the top. This is an app. This is not, traditional web infrastructure like, WordPress or Drupal or Joomla or any of those. This lives around the outside of that. So if you have traditional infrastructure, this isn't meant to replace it tomorrow. What it's meant to do is augment it until such time as it replaces itself. This way we don't have, okay, we have version 1, we're going to version 2. Now we have this year-long process to get between these 2 things. That process is shortened because over the course of going from the first one, it'll eventually just depreciate itself out anyways if the infrastructure's in place. I think it's a better migration path. Yes, Ryan?
Would you say that the organizational tools found in Org Mode would facilitate that?
Yes, they would.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, they would.
Do they also provide instant publishing that's accessible on any device in the last 20 years?
Yes, yes, it does. And we mentioned that.
So it's work on anything on the planet.
Anything that you have, anything that you have that has a
And
browser,
it'll also facilitate
it will work.
transactions?
It does.
What about that big glitch thing in BitCoin D?
Yeah, it's not a problem for us because we're migrating. Well, first off, we're using Coinbase for right this minute, but the plan is to migrate the backend to BTCD in the near future. But since no one's familiar with those issues, it's okay.
Do you guys have a website for more information?
Yeah, just go to just the domain and it'll pop up to ours.
What's the domain?
Or the IP, I'm sorry, 6434149.
So you don't have like a website domain?
Nope. But this will get you there.
We're silent.
And you can also donate to us on that as well, which would be nice. But this is our project, and definitely check it out.
Thanks, Eric. Have something they want to share with the group or present on? If not, you can just chill and hang out. Or if you want to share something with the group, by all means, step up to the mic. Going once? Alright. We got this room till, I think, technically around 9 o'clock, and we got to clean up and stuff. And I know. Feel free to stick around and hang out.
But, and I just want to add on to what Luke was just saying, I think every time we're going to always make sure there's some time set aside, even if we end up getting like famous guest speakers to come in or something, we're always going to make sure there's some time set aside, not just for mingling, but before that, for like 5-minute presentations from anyone in the room who has something they want to share. Because we want to make sure this is a group, this isn't a hierarchy, so we want to make sure that there's always opportunity for anyone to share any they have. So, just want to give you guys a heads up, have something that you want to talk about, just come prepared, and there'll be an opportunity to speak.
And then also too, I think last month we talked about we want to have like a set time for Satoshi Square, so consider that right now. Check out the name, the colored name badges that you were buying or selling. Meetup and connect with somebody who's buying or selling, and you can be set up.
I did have one thing that John and I were talking about that I thought I would share with you, just a proposal that maybe if a meetup is happening once a month, maybe we can evolve towards, and I'm just regurgitating what I'd already heard. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
So I'm regurgitating what I had heard suggested, I think from the meetup at Mellow Mushroom, which was if this official meetup happens once a month, what about on the other weeks, 3 other weeks of the month, there's sort of an unofficial Bitcoin flash mob meetup that happens, and it can go and go to different places locally that are accepting Bitcoin, which will also help incentivize other businesses to want to do it when they start to see that a group of people are showing up for a couple hours and finishing their kegs.
I nominated Lynch and John to make that happen.
How do we sign up? How do we sign up people for that? Like everybody here could say, well, we're interested. Yeah, can we all meet here? We know that 20 people are interested. How do we sign up for that? How do we get people?
Well, we can always post on Facebook.
Yeah, we've done that twice already. We did one at Light, we did one at Mellow Mushroom. Just post and say, hey guys, I'm going.
Hey guys, I'll tell you what. Why don't we set up one of our things for the group?
That'd be cool.
Okay. Next meeting, we'll show it off to everybody.
Okay.
We'll do the hosting.
Yes.
So, actually,
Okay.
hey, if you guys